Remember, when measuring the windows, ensure you allow the required expansion gap of 5mm either side of the frame. This will give you room to square the frame in the opening. Care must be taken to ensure the structure is secure and it is safe to remove the existing window. Before any installation work is started, ensure to check the size, style and condition of the new window against the survey size and the actual aperture size. To make it as easy as possible to handle, remove as much of the old frame and glazing as possible. This will reduce the overall weight of the frame. Break the bond between the frame and the wall by running a sharp blade around the edge of the frame. When ready, remove the fixings around the frame. Using a flat pry bar, loosen and wedge the window away from the wall, taking care not to damage the surrounding area. Once the window is removed, you will need to clear off any sealant or debris left around the opening, removing any loose mortar and recheck the measurements. Fit the sill end caps to the sill with superglue. The sill can either be straight cut to the width of the window frame, or in some cases, like this installation, rebaited to form a horn around the external brick as more of a feature. Run a bead of silicone along the edge and sill-up stand before fixing it to the window. This is to prevent the possibility of water blowing through the joint and moisture from tracking along the sill and into the brickwork. Remove the corner protectors and protection tape. Secure the sill to the bottom of the window frame using appropriate PVC screws. Where required, attach any frame extenders. Run another bead of silicone at both ends of the head and sill to make sure it is watertight. Carefully place the new frame into the opening, making sure it's central. Use packers all around the frame, checking it's level, square and plumb, and the 10mm expansion gap is maintained. Double check the frame is plumb and level before drilling fixing holes in the sides of the frame. Fixings should be 150mm from the top and bottom corners, and at approximately 600mm centres in between. Pre-drill the frames at the required spacing before fixing them in place with suitable fixings, taking care not to over-tighten them. Ensure the packers are used adjacent to each fixing. It's important that these packers cover the full width of the frame to prevent distortion when tightening the fixings. Additional fixings will be required to the top and bottom of the frames that are over 600mm in width. Apply silicone to the pre-drilled holes that are through the bottom of the frame before inserting the screw. This prevents water entering the frame. Once you've inserted the fixing screw, seal with more silicone to create the watertight seal. Remove the glazing beads, ensuring you do not mix them up, as they need to go back in the same position. Any dirt or dust needs to be cleaned from the frame before the installation of the glass can begin. Insert the bridging packers around the opening. Failure to use these will mean water will not drain out of the frame, which could lead to unit failure. This is a fixed pane of glass, but opening casements will need to be toe and heeled. See our separate video for further details. Now install the glass against the bridging packers. You'll notice that there is a gap between the edge of the glass and the bridging packers. You will need to push glazing packers in these gaps, ensuring that the unit remains square and parallel in the aperture until it is firmly held in position. Once you are happy with the position of the unit and the packers, use silicone to secure the packers in place and prevent them moving. You can now refit the beads, ensuring they go back in the right place. Always start with the shorter beads first. Place the back of the bead into the groove, then use a rubber mallet to tap it into place, tapping on the edge where the bead meets the frame. Once the glass is fitted, clean the glass and the frames to remove any dust before sealing the frame to the internal wall, or cut and fit any internal trims. That completes all the internal work. For a neat finish, Break off any excess length of the packers with the chisel before removing all protective tape from the outside of the frame. Ensure all dust is removed from the external surfaces and that the frame is clean. Run masking tape along the edge of the frame to help create a neater finish before running a smooth bead of sealant between the frame and the brickwork. Always seal below the external sill. Fit external trickle vents if they are required. Check the operation of the window and make any adjustments needed before cleaning down the working area.